Alright guys, welcome to another video for the Poco X3 Pro, also known as Vayu and Bhima. We've been using the Abhix ROG Edition ROM on this device for the last 3 days, and I've been busy with other few things, so you did not see uploads, but uploads will be regular from now on. Now in today's video, we're going to review this particular ROM from a gaming point of view, from a complete review point of view, the battery backup, charging, everything will be covered. So stay tuned till the end because there's vital information to the end of the video. But before we get into the details, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything and it really motivates us to make amazing content like this. If you think you like chatting with like-minded people, join us on Telegram. We have more than 1900 members. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to support us, well, please check the link mentioned below. We have our own line of cases. You can go ahead and buy them and support the channel. Now, without further ado, hello awesome people. Welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. So let's see what we have here. We have Abhix ROG or Abhix ROG Miui 12.5, 12.5.7. This is based on the stable version update of Android 11. It is an initial release, added Abhix ROG UI, added more space in partitions, removed some junk applications, and is there anything else? So you don't have safety net passing, so you'll have to use Zygisk to go ahead and do that. And I have been using this since the last 3 to 4 days, and the experience has been pretty decent. The first thing that we will talk about is the user interface. Now, as you can see that the icons in this particular ROM are themed differently, which is a good thing. Another thing that is important over here is the app icon animation. You can see it's really subtle, really smooth. Now, the reason I chose to, go ahead and review this ROM after 2 or 3 days is because then the ROM completely settles down and, you get to know how smooth the ROM will run in the long run. And I am glad to report that it is running really nice, really well. From a MIUI based custom ROM point of view, Abhix is performing really good, and that is a decent thing. Now, if you swipe from the top to bottom, you do have your standard toolbar. You can use the control center as well. No major changes there. To the left, of course, you have App Vault. And if you actually go to the launcher settings, you get the new MIUI 13 sort of launcher. So go to Google Discover over here. And as you can see, you have the layout, global app icon animations, show memory status, arrange icons in recent. So all the advanced options of the new 12.5 or enhanced launcher are present over here, and they're working absolutely fine. Now, if you go to Google Feed over here, as you can see, it is loading for the first time because I haven't been using it that much from here. Let's see here. Okay. So yes, from a MIUI ROM point of view, look at the smoothness of the Google feed in this particular ROM. This is really surprising and amazing. It is way smoother than it is on stock MIUI on the Poco X3 Pro, and I'm so happy to see smoothness like this on a MIUI based ROM, right? Now, the animations on this ROM are pretty fast and fluid. The ROM works absolutely fine, no problem there whatsoever. If we talk about the dialer, it does come with the MIUI dialer. Now, what that means is you do get call recording without the need of the prompt that you get from the Google dialer. You do get the MIUI messaging application as well. So that is another neat thing. If you go to the security section over here and you go to about, you will see that it is 5.8.2. So it is sort of the latest, but not from the beta version of security app. Now, let's talk about the Game Turbo launcher or Game Turbo feature. Let's see here. Where do we have that? We should be having, okay. So the Game Turbo is the new one as well, but not the extremely latest one. It does have all the features and it works absolutely fine. So no problem whatsoever. You do have the enhanced touch options over here and things like those. So that works absolutely fine. If you actually go to settings and check out the details of this particular ROM, you will see that this is maintained by CUDA, K-U-D-A 12.5.7 stable. If you go to all specifications or further detail, let's see here. There you go. It does come with the Perf kernel and it works on Vayu and Bhima both. As far as the storage and memory is concerned, as you can see, all these options are available, 6 GB of RAM. And if you actually go to additional settings, you will see that you do have the one-handed mode over here, which is present and it works absolutely fine. The another neat feature over here is memory extension, that is extended RAM. I really don't know how much of a difference that really makes to the performance, but overall this ROM has been performing really smooth and fluid for me. So, if you're looking for a ROM which is based on MIUI, you want the good camera quality, and you don't want to move to a AOSP based ROM, probably this will be a good option. Now, one thing to note over here is, as I mentioned, that the safety net is failing. So you will have to use Zygisk to go ahead and pass safety net. As far as the Play Store certification is concerned, even this is not certified. So when you actually go ahead and fix safety net, your Play Store certification should be fine as well. As far as DRM info is concerned, you can play Amazon Prime HD videos and Netflix HD videos. So that is a good thing in a way. Okay. Apart from this, you do have the Google search bar at the bottom, and it is working absolutely fine. Now let's go ahead and see if we have any additional features over here. So, wallpaper and personalization, a little amount of lag there. Display, if you go to the display section, you do have 90 Hertz. So let's see here. As you can see, 90 Hertz is present and it is working. Now, when we talk about 90 Hertz, a little disappointing is the part that in games you don't have 90 FPS unlocked. I did launch PGMI and check, but you get smooth extreme. You don't really get smooth 90. And as we have come to know by now that the Poco X3 Pro is very capable of handling 75 to 90 FPS. So if developers can go ahead and unlock that feature on most of the ROMs, that would be great. Now, that is to give you a fair warning that even if you're not gaming, this is about the bricking part that I'm talking about. Even if you're not gaming, your device may brick. So don't blame gaming or heating for your device bricking. It's a faulty hardware that Poco has supplied in so many devices, and that is the reason they are bricking, plain and simple, right? Now, apart from this, there's not much to talk about as far as this particular ROM is concerned, because even if you go to the default camera application, you do have all the features that were present in the stock ROM, and they are still present over here. In the themes section though, you do have two new themes. So if you go over here, you have Abhix ROG UI. So if you go ahead and apply this, the gradient one, allow it to load. Can't combine always on display. Okay. There you go. So this is sort of a love it or a leave it thing for me. I don't really like it that much, but some people might like it. So if you further go to themes, you have one more theme over there. That is the one that we were using now. Let's go ahead and apply that one as well. Are the icons going to change? Yeah. So again, this is a different sort of theme. So they are working on theming. The ROM is much more fluid and smooth, and it works fine compared to the stock MIUI. It's much better is what I can say. Now let's talk about the important part, that is the performance. The first thing that we will look at is the CPU throttle test. As you can see, average score is pretty low, 162, 698 GIPS. This test was done at around 29 to 30 degrees Celsius in the room temperature, and the CPU did throttle to 72% of its max performance. And I ran this test twice or thrice, and we got similar results. So probably the Abhix team needs to improve on that. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about Geekbench real quick. 775 single core, 2753 multi-core. So no complaints there expected from a 860, and it is doing its job just fine. And last but not the least, we have our good old Antutu Benchmark over here. I was expecting it to score a little better over here, but it did score 570, 721, which is around 10,000 points more than what it would score on the stock MIUI ROM. So if you ask me, all in all, Abhix ROG ROM is a decent ROM for people who want to use MIUI as a whole, and they want stability, rock solid stability and decent performance. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this particular update. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.